and thank you for joining me for your daily tarot read. So I'm taking a look at what is going on for November the 19th and the 20th. I'm going to take a look at what's going on with the situation. We'll find out what actions are going to be helpful for you to take at this time, or what energy is playing out that's going to be helpful for you to take advantage of. And of course, how it is all likely going to be playing out as well. I do apologise as well for the lack of nails today. I am in between nail sets and I didn't quite have enough time to put them back on yet. Right, so the situation, the world and the Wheel of Fortune. Nice. Yeah, that's a really promising combination. And you've also got the Six of Wands at the bottom of the deck. Okay, so beautiful, beautiful situation at hand here. Now, you've got cycles ending. There is definitely a victory, right? You've got two cards of victory, one with the World, one with the Six of Wands, right? This is that energy of finally I've done it, finally I've made it, finally I've crossed the finish line, right? Definitely success, victory, good luck, good fortune. Things are looking up, right? Things are definitely starting to look up. We've got a sense of confidence here with this Six of Wands. It's almost like someone can now finally breathe a sigh of relief, okay? Because it's a card of achievements. I mean, you've got three, in fact, cards of achievement here, right? I kind of feel that there's a bit of a negative undertone, and I'm hoping that that's nothing to worry about, okay? I feel that that's more to do with someone's suspicion more than anything else, okay? It's kind of like waiting for the other shoe to drop, right? Waiting for the catch, because apparently there's always a catch, right? In this scenario, there actually isn't a catch, okay? You have successfully completed a difficult cycle. You're allowed to enjoy this moment, right? They're saying here as well with this combination that it's okay for you to praise yourself for a job well done, right? There is new energy coming through with this Wheel of Fortune. It is time to start something new, right? It's time for a new project or to make new connections. Again, just take it as it resonates, because I don't know yet what area of your life this is playing out in, okay? Not everybody's on the same journey, right? Not everybody's going to resonate, and that's absolutely fine. It indicates that there is some sort of karmic cycle here that is now, it's played out, it's complete, okay? You don't ever have to worry about having to go backwards and revisit a particular difficult cycle, right? Because it's done, it's over, it's finished. I'm feeling as well that there is likely going to be some sort of recognition here with this Six of Wands being your strongest overall message. It's recognition for the success, for the hard work that you've done. It's your confidence building, right? If you felt like you were maybe lacking in confidence, then this is a return of your confidence. If you felt that you're one of these that never really had much confidence in the first place, you're going to genuinely start to feel more confident and more capable, okay? There is a sense of pride here, and I'm not speaking in the negative terms of pride, you know, like someone's got too much pride. It's not that kind of energy, right? This is a sense of, yeah, I'm proud of myself. I've done that. I've completed that. I've closed out that cycle, right? Whatever this might be about specifically for you and for your own personal journey, there's a sense of triumph and pride here. And they're saying that you can praise yourself, right, for having completed this particular task or this karmic cycle, again, whatever this might be about. What's under there? The Nine of Wands. Okay, so yeah, stronger boundaries now. A much stronger sense of self. Okay, I'm going to take one card from this tea leaf deck before we move on, just so that I can get a clearer understanding of this energy. Secret Admirer with the vase. The vase or the vase. Secret Admirer. Wreath, sorrow over a loss, and hammock, taking a vacation physically or mentally. Yeah. Okay. I'm going to find out what that wreath is all about. Because there is like a bittersweet energy coming through. Again, going by the cards that this one came out with, we have to read within context, right? That feels a bit bittersweet. It kind of indicates to me that there is a, I want to say familiarity, right? It feels like a familiar cycle or a familiar person that you're now closing things out with. What's this? Sorrow over a loss with the wreath. Okay, the Six of Swords. Processing and moving on with the Eight of Pentacles. Okay. Yeah, that's leaving someone or something behind here. Again, I do not know if you've finished up a cycle with someone because you've agreed not to have anything to do with them anymore. I don't read into people who have passed on, okay? I don't do that sort of thing. And I'm not feeling that it's about that anyway, right? If that is your story, then obviously this isn't your reading, okay? Because I don't read into that. I don't look into that. It is against my own ethics, okay? This is literally moving on from a difficult situation. And it's building a new future here. And that there is bittersweetness, right? It's like, I don't want to close out this cycle, but I know that I have to. And you do have a lot of cycles, because even that wreath itself is a circle. It's a cycle, right? The world, Wheel of Fortune, and the wreath. It feels to me as if you always knew that this day was going to come. You always knew that at some point you'd have to close this out. And I do feel like you made peace with it prior to closing out this cycle. Now, it could be leaving a job, right? Say if you've been with a certain workplace for X amount of years and the people that you work with have become really close to you or something like that, right? It's like you always knew the day would come. There is a sense of inevitability to this. Again, just another example. Say you're in high school. Well, you know, you're not going to be in high school forever. It's inevitable that the day will come when you have to leave high school. And then college, and then uni, right? It's that kind of energy that's coming through here. There's definitely this sense of, I always knew this day was going to come. I've made peace with it. I'm all right with it. Right? So we've got this sense of, yeah, I'm all right with it. I'd rather that it wouldn't have happened, but it has. That's where that bittersweetness is coming from. And now I have to figure out what I'm going to do next, right? You got Secret Admirer and taking a vacation. So I'm going to take a look into that Secret Admirer. I don't know how all of this is connected. Okay. It could have picked up on different aspects of your own life here, or it could all be part of the same incident or situation. The Six of Wands, and that's come out squiffy. Okay, so that's like one-sided situation, okay? It's likely that you do have a secret admirer. It's likely that they feel more towards you than what you feel towards them. It's not reciprocal, with the Six of Wands coming out squiffy. Again, you can do a role reversal on that. Maybe you have been secretly admiring another person for a while, right? And then certain things have happened. You realize that it's non-reciprocal. And so having to do the honourable thing here by moving on from that, because it's non-reciprocal. Was this taking a vacation? Again, just take it as it resonates, because it is a general read, okay? It's not zodiac specific or anything like that. Okay, taking a vacation physically or mentally with the devil, and that's come out squiffy. So taking a breather, taking a pause, that's really going to help you to I want to say work out these demons, right? We've all got something. We've all got some kind of trauma. We've all got negative voices in our heads, right? Telling us that we're the biggest piece of shit and whatever, right? We have to learn to control them before they control us, right? That's the devil coming out squiffy. So someone here is making peace with their inner trauma, their inner demons, whichever way you prefer to call it, okay? It's very, very important here for someone's mental health to temporarily disconnect from the outside world, okay? Because there's a lot that's going on with this. It could also be addictions as well. Someone recognizing that their addictions are creeping up on them again, and it's controlling their addictions before their addictions take control over them once again. And that can only be done when that journey within has taken place, okay? Interesting. Again, I don't know how the dots are all connected, and it's going to be different for all of you anyway. So yeah, a lot that's going on here with the situation. I kind of fear. I was going to say I kind of feel, but the word feel came out as fear, which is interesting because, yeah, somebody could be fearing what they feel or how they feel towards another person. Okay. Helpful actions or helpful energies that you can work with over the next coming days. The Ace of Swords and the Empress. Yeah, so it doesn't make a difference if you're a man or a woman. The Empress energy belongs to everyone. It's all about that feminine principle within all of us, right? It's the state of being over the state of doing, which would be the Emperor. This one's abundance, it's fertility, it's expansion. And there is a breakthrough here with this Ace of Swords. So the helpful actions that you can take is to be honest. You need to be honest with someone this week. Especially where that non-reciprocal interest that another person has towards you. You're going to have to be honest with them sooner rather than later, okay? Because I do feel that someone is building up their hopes, and the person that they're building up their hopes for is unavailable, right? So the sooner that you're honest with them about your unavailability, the better, right? Because a situation like that, it can get out of hand really, really quickly and really easily. So this is you taking control of the situation by being honest with that person, right? Now, you probably have an inkling that they're feeling this kind of way towards you. And it might have made you feel a little bit weird with that devil coming out squiffy. So yeah, you're going to have to make it obvious to this individual. You're not into them like that. Okay, that's going to be really helpful. Also, what's going to be really helpful for you this week is to approach your work situations, your projects, everything else from this abundance mindset, okay, with the Ace of Swords and the Empress. Focus on how you can grow, how you can improve. Is there improvements that can be made to the way that you communicate to others? Are you easily understood? Or do people have to try and figure out what it is that you're saying, right? Are you able to articulate your thoughts, your ideas, your plans in a way that is crystal clear? If not, why not? And how can that be worked on? Okay. They're saying tone as well. So yeah, consider your tone when you are communicating with others, because a lot of assumptions can easily be made if the tone is all off. Okay. It also implies new ideas as well as mental clarity and vision. So it's time for you to put your visions into action, right? So if you imagine the Ace of Swords is a lot like having a blueprint for a building, right? But it's still just a piece of paper. And it's not really worth much of anything until it's put to good use, right? It's still just a bit of paper. And the Empress is like, okay, let's start building this off of the blueprint. That's why you got this combination here. So it's time for you to put your ideas into action, into motion. And they're saying you'll be amazed at how quickly everything will change for you as soon as you start putting your ideas into something physical, some sort of physical action. Okay. There's also a message about nurture as well, which we saw a bit of that there, with the need to go within and make peace with these demons or these addictions, whatever that devil energy is about, specifically for you, okay? It's difficulties and entrapments, right? So what areas do you feel are particularly difficult for you right now? What areas do you feel like you're being trapped, right? That's what this going within and taking this vacation is asking for you to focus on, okay? And to nurture yourself, take care of what it is that you need. Yeah, like you've got the Empress that's coming out again. The Page of Swords with the Empress and the Seven of Cups, yeah. I definitely feel like there is someone who is keeping tabs on this Empress energy. I do feel that very, very strongly. You've got the Empress now, it's coming out twice. It's a very powerful message about a very powerful individual who perhaps isn't quite as confident as what they should be in their own abilities, because it's right next to the Seven of Cups, okay? So, again, it isn't arrogance to be confident, right? Everything in balance. For whatever reason, there is an Empress energy. And again, it doesn't matter if you're a man or a woman, like literally makes no difference at all. Apparently, the vibe that you're in at the moment isn't where you really want to be at, okay? Because I am getting a little bit of predatory energy that's coming through that is keeping tabs on this Empress. And it's making for uncomfortable reading, to be completely honest. So with a bit more confidence, you're sending signals to whoever this is that is coming across as being a bit of a predator, If you're a bit more confident, you'll send signals to them that you're unavailable, okay? That you're not prey, basically. Predator and prey. Yeah, it definitely ties in. There's also a message here about how you yourself are needing to start figuring some shit out, okay? With this Page of Swords, Empress, and the Seven of Cups. And they're asking for you to simplify your life in some way, shape, or form. Now, how that actually takes form in your reality, again, it's going to be different for all of you, right? You have to go where you feel is right for you, right? I can only read the strongest overall energies. I'm not a psychic, I'm an intuitive, right? I get the strongest energies, not the specific details. And you should be using your discernment anyway, right? Apparently, there are ways in which you can simplify your day-to-day life, your projects, your work, right? Whatever this is about specifically for you. What's under there? The Seven of Pentacles. Okay, so that's an investment. Interesting. It could be a financial investment. Three of Wands. It's a message of expansion again. And another three. The Three of Cups. Yeah. I hate to say it, but I do feel like somebody is overstaying their welcome. They're quite possibly going to be asking too many questions that certainly feel more intrusive than anything else, right? There's boundaries here, and I feel like the boundaries are being blurred. Now, for the more positive message, because we have to acknowledge both but get stuck on neither, okay? That's why I always give the positive and the negative. There are ways of which you can expand on something that you're doing, okay? Again, it kind of feels like work to me. You can expand on what you're doing. You can grow out that way. It's all about your reach, okay? Something to do with your reach. And then, of course, the Three of Cups, which is people are going to be really, really happy to hear from you. They're going to be really happy to catch up and to see what it is that you're doing. And I do feel that there's a strong supportive energy that's coming through as well. What's this message with expansion? The Hierophant. Okay. The Hierophant. Teachers, lessons, spirituality, religions, and the Fool. Okay, yeah. I'm getting the word advocate, and I don't know why, because I don't usually get that with the Hierophant at all. But I guess it kind of makes sense here. You're going to be an advocate for someone, or them, you. Again, just take it as it resonates. But there is advocate. It's like someone here is speaking up on your behalf. You could be speaking up on your own behalf. With that Hierophant, I'm going to need another card, because there's another message that wants to come through, but I'm just not quite reaching it right now. The World and the Knight of Cups. Okay. Yeah. But I'll show you what it was. It was the hand. It was the hand signal. It's kind of like he's saying stop. Right? Because you got this Fool. So, excited energy. Someone excited to see if they can take the situation further. and another person's going, no, no, just stop. Just stop. I'm not here for that, right? And the problem that you might have is the gentleness. So often you'll find that when you're trying to lay down boundaries, being gentle about it is not going to work. What's this world? I feel like they're saying closing this out is more important than being polite. Yeah, the Hermit has come out squiffy. So whatever they want to think of you for doing that, you're going to have to leave them to their own devices, leave them to their own thoughts, okay? Yes, it is likely that they're not going to look on you favorably, okay? But it's one of those kind of situations where it is what it is, right? I'm getting a lot of really difficult vibes here, because I feel strongly like you're trying to do everything that you can not to offend someone here. But I also feel that you offending them is what's inevitable, right? Because you got to close this out. You got the world that's come out again. Okay, you have to close this out. I feel that being too polite has actually been working against you on this particular occasion. Okay, the Four of Swords and the Queen of Pentacles for how this is likely going to play out, yeah. Protecting your space, basically, with this combination. Definitely protecting your space. And learning these long-term skills, okay, that no doubt at some point you're going to have to learn again. Well, not learn again, but use again, right? Can you tell us more about how this is likely going to play out? Yeah, the King of Pentacles reversed. The Knight of Wands, interesting combination. Ace of Pentacles. And the Queen of Cups reversed, yeah. Yeah, I was feeling strongly that this was non-reciprocal type situation. I was feeling that super strong. Again, doesn't matter about your actual gender, right? There's a retreat that's going on. So, King of Pentacles, here's the deal. I feel like somebody is going to try to impress you. Could be with money. It might well be, right? Trying to sort of be all flash with the cash in the hope that that's what's going to impress you, because it's right next to the Knight of Wands, right? So that there's an aggressive pursuit of your affections of which you're not giving. It's unavailable. And I feel with this King of Wands being the strongest overall message here, that this is your intended person, right? This is the one that you want to be with, not this King of Pentacles reversed, this secret admirer. Do you know what I mean? I feel like, yes, it is. That's exactly what it is. I was going to say, I feel like your heart is with a King of Wands, not this King of Pentacles reversed. Again, like these kings, they can be women. They can easily be women, right? You see? 10 of Cups with the 5 of Pentacles. Somebody does not want to put at risk everything that they have got going on. Their 10 of Cups, their home, their family, their happiness. Like, someone here does not want to risk that for anything. And they're not easily impressed at all. And certainly throwing the cash around like that's definitely not going to be impressive. Why is this reading playing out like that old Shania Twain song? That don't impress me much. It is the most random shit ever. But But yeah, like literally, that's what this reading is coming out like. An aggressive pursuit of you, trying to flash cash, look, I can do this, that, and the next, and you're like, nah, I'm good because I can do all that by myself. I don't need that kind of input. I don't need that kind of help. It's like, I don't want to get involved with that. It's far too impulsive, far too aggressive, too pushy, right? And it's really bad timing as well, because we can see, even from these first cards there, you've got so much that's already going on. It's like, you don't want to be involved in that right now. Maybe not even ever, with the Hermit coming out squiffy. Because it's bullshit. Like, it doesn't interest you at all. Queen of Cups reversed. It just doesn't interest you at all. So yeah, it's not looking likely that you're going to be able to strictly keep the peace with this individual, I'm afraid to say. Okay, so yeah, closing out this karmic cycle with this individual, spot on, 100%. It is inevitable, and it is a shame, because I do get the impression that you were hoping that it wasn't going to play out that way, but inevitably it did, or it does. Okay, again, take it as it resonates, because I don't know if this is played out yet, or if it's something that is still in the works. Because you've got to keep in mind, a tarot is literally just a temperature check. Okay, it's just a temperature check. And you can change things as well. Right? If you don't like the look of anything that comes out, you absolutely can change it. You're not stuck to what comes out of the tarot. And they're saying here, look, you can do this the easier way, or you can do this a super hard way. And of course, the super hard way would be to string this person along and have them believe that they've got a chance when there is none. Or you can do it the quicker way rather than the easier way, and be honest with them now, right? Let them get upset with you, right? Which, of course, they will do. Let them get it out of their system sooner rather than later. Okay. I mean, it's a strange one. It's a very strange one. And do keep an open mind as well, because if you feel like it doesn't resonate for you at all, sometimes these reads can be predictive. Okay, so just keep it in your mind, because then when a situation starts to unfold that actually, yeah, someone has taken a bit of a shine to you, perhaps too much of a shining to you, you'll know how to handle it then. Because you'll remember this read and you'll be like, right, okay, so I need to tell this person quite quickly where they stand. Because you don't want it getting out of hand. You really don't. Okay, if your mindset is fixed, then try to free yourself from that. Rise above it. Don't place limitations on what you think you can achieve. Don't stand in your own way. Allow yourself to flourish in all ways. Yeah, Ace of Swords with the Empress. Welcome abundance in all forms into your life. And your life is about to start moving quickly in some areas. Events that seem to have been on hold will suddenly propel forward. Yeah, so you got to be on the ball, okay? Your head has got to be where it needs to be at, rather than being worried and paranoid about the possibility of offending someone, okay? Like, you cannot afford to get distracted right now by bullshit, basically. Move with the flow and be mindful of what needs your attention the most. Make decisions rationally but sensibly, okay? Right, so for a little bit of fun at the end of your reading, I'm going to take a look at the Swear Tarot. Oh, I had the deck upside down. A lot of my naughty decks tend to be double-sided decks, that's why I did that. And this is quite a new deck for me. Okay, ask yourself, is it worth the fucking effort? Yeah, because the answer might surprise you. It's probably not worth the effort. Being worried about what other people think, of course. You will fucking conquer this. Both of them are from the Wand suit. So you will conquer this. You will come through this. Yeah, it's all about figuring out your priorities this week. Five of Swords, they are proof that you can polish a turd. And the Fool, don't be a dumb fuck, start something new and opportunities. Okay. And the Six of Wands, ask yourself how many fucks you give. The answer should probably be 0. Okay. But again, there's too much worry and concern about being nice over and above your own personal safety. And that's a habit that is needing to be broken, basically. Okay. Interesting. But yeah, that is what I have for you guys today. I genuinely hope that reading has been helpful. For personal readings with me, my website is phoenixkeiatarot.com. The link for that is in my description box below. Thank you so very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.